You want to save for an emergency, invest for retirement, and pay down that mounting credit card balance. But when you try to tackle all these targets at once, the math jams up, the money spreads too thin, and nothing actually gets accomplished. We have tracked over 10,000 millionaires, and the data shows a clear pattern. By applying a strict 7-step sequence to your income, the average person reaches $1 million net worth in 10.5 years. Before we map out the steps, take out a piece of paper and write down 3 numbers: your total household income, the exact amount of cash you currently have on hand, and a list of every single debt you owe, excluding your mortgage. Success in wealth building is dictated entirely by sequence. By aiming your entire income at one specific target at a time, you avoid the paralysis of analysis and actually start clearing the board. Step 1 is building a starter emergency fund. You need exactly $1,000 in cash. Liquidate any non-retirement assets, pick up extra shifts, and put that $1,000 in a checking account. You have a strict 30-day timeline to achieve this. If you already have $10,000 sitting in savings, hold back exactly $1,000 and prepare to push the remaining $9,000 to the next step. This amount will feel uncomfortably small. It is not designed to cover a lost job or a major medical crisis. This tiny cash buffer serves a single mathematical purpose: catching minor emergencies, like a flat tire or a broken water heater, so you aren't forced to swipe a credit card while you are actively attacking your larger debts. Step 2 is the debt snowball. Look at your list of debts. Sort them strictly from the smallest balance to the largest, completely ignoring the interest rates. You pay the mathematical minimums on all the larger debts, while funneling every available spare dollar into the smallest balance. Once that first debt is wiped out, you take the money you were spending on it and roll it directly into attacking the next largest bill. This strategy requires cutting up your credit cards. The primary objection we hear is that people want to keep those accounts open to collect rewards points and cash back. Major financial institutions run thousands of behavioral experiments a year. They utilize algorithms specifically designed to manipulate your spending habits, ensuring you spend far more money than the points are actually worth. The mathematics of cash back actively destroy your wealth. Earning 2% back means you have to spend $10,000 just to get $200 returned to you. It operates exactly like an arcade. You spend massive amounts of real currency feeding a machine for paper tickets, only to trade them in at the counter for a severely devalued price. The luxury vacations promised by credit card companies are effectively illusions, heavily restricted by corporate rules. When you try to book a flight to San Diego or the Bahamas, the algorithms hit you with blackout dates. You cannot redeem the points when you actually want to travel. The system is mathematically rigged against you. The only way to beat billion-dollar lenders is to refuse to play their game entirely and eliminate the debt. Step 3 is building a fully funded emergency safety net of 3 to 6 months of full living expenses. Saving this volume of cash takes time, but the psychology shifts. The gazelle intensity required to crush consumer debt transitions into calm intentionality once your balance reaches zero. You avoid the trap of a generic put-and-take savings account by giving every dollar a specific job. You separate the funds into distinct buckets, one for actual emergencies, one for predictable expenses like Christmas, and one for a job transition. Separating your cash into these fully funded categories builds a defensive financial brickhouse. It allows you to safely absorb major life shocks without ever backsliding into debt. Step 4 is allocating exactly 15% of your total household income into growth stock mutual funds for retirement. You start with your company match, then fund a Roth IRA, and put any remainder into a traditional 401k until you hit 15%. This 15% boundary is strict. Investing more or less than that cripples your ability to execute the next steps because you must leave the remaining 85% of your income free to flow into the rest of the plan. Step 5 runs simultaneously. This is where you begin the process of saving for your children's college educations. Do not prioritize college funding over your own retirement. There is a statistical certainty that you will retire, but it is a variable whether your kids will complete a degree. Step 6 is directing any remaining margin in your budget straight into the principal balance of your mortgage. When you follow this specific sequence and throw all freed up cash at the house, the statistical average is a completely paid off mortgage in 7 to 8 years. Step 7 is the payoff. With zero payments and massive cash flow, you are free to aggressively build wealth and give generously. Mastering your money does not require a magic trick. It requires the discipline to run these final steps simultaneously over a decade. Look at the numbers you gathered at the start of this video. Based on your income and your debts, circle the exact single baby step you currently qualify for. If you refuse to skip or combine steps, the mathematics prove you are on a 10 to 12-year timeline to millionaire status. Your singular job for today is to take one tangible action to begin the step you circled. Achieving financial peace is no longer a guessing game. By ignoring outside